Toji Fushiguro, or Zenin, father of the year and the monster of the Zenin family. In the manga, he fought his end against Gojo, the strongest modern sorcerer. Can I change the course of the JJK history? Let's find out. Didn't even get started yet, and Toji was already doing his moves. Just near the spawn, a dragon was bold enough to attack me, so I used the opportunity to test my abs. I felt like Madara Uchiha while I sliced parts off bit by bit. I decided to do the basic stuff and collected some wood for a workbench to craft some basic protection out of the dragon bits. I used my rocket boots to continue my journey uphill and looted the Apotheosis Tower as well as the gold the dragon left for me. Need to earn my starting capital for the horse races. Just before nightfall, I came into a big abandoned mushroom village. I wonder what happened to the inhabitants. But anyway, I looted what I could find and continued my journey until I encountered the JJK village. The dragon's money became quite handy because I could gamble for a nicer curse tool. I got the star. Not exactly what I had in mind, but I could quickly forget about it because I accidentally bugged it between two chests, so I couldn't reach it anymore. But I got the bone sword as a consolation prize. To raise my sorcerer ring, I defeated my first curses. But Kuroroshi made me back off very quickly. Fortunately, the physically gifted body made it very easy for me to get away. It took not very long until I reached rank 4 sorcerer. It ran into a special grade insect curse. I wondered whether I could take it on so early in the run. It made less damage than expected. And after some juicy hits, it got down very quickly. I decided to help Panda dealing with the cricket curse.
Okay, let's go.
Only to backstab him afterwards. Panda looked quite menacing with his glowing eyes and the fangs. The run attack was still quite difficult to control. I defeated him when he was distracted, but the prehistoric era seemed to be revived. Pterodactyl roaming the sky. I didn't know whether they were parts of the series or if Orca was just trolling by putting them in. But anyway, a nice addition. Kusakabe 2 had to deal with what looked like a giant naked mole rat, but he must have lost interest, and the mole rat 2 found new targets. And just as the new day began, Dagon trapped me in his domain. He covered my whole screen with his unprepared sushi. And Sukuna took responsibility with his malevolent kitchen, so nobody has to be hungry, but he overdid it a bit. So I had to reorganize myself from scratch, but that made my hunger for gold even greater. Fire dragons had to prepare themselves, because I was coming for them. In another gambling session, I got myself Falling Blossom Emotion, as well as a domain amplification unlocked. When night began, this grade 1 samurai curse from JJK0 ambushed me, but he attacked the wrong guy. In a dark forest I arrived. There I trained to grade 2 sorcerer status, and I felt bold enough to attack Yuta, but Dagon interfered, so we first teamed up on Dagon. He opened his domain as a last resort, but that didn't happen. Mahoraga's ugly sword combined with Rika put him to sleep very quickly. I turned on my allies right after. Rika and I reorganized a big chunk of the forest. But after I defeated Rika and became semi-grade 1, Yuta forgot about me. So I showed him how much I tolerate ignorance. He even tried to nuke me, but failed miserably. He got the PTSD of his life. Sukuna would be proud. Megumi too wasn't safe. But I don't know, Megumi has to find another way to deal with stress. Maybe a girlfriend? Or sport? Anyway, my female clone and Yuki bring Mahoraga to his knees.
Master Chef, not Master Bait.
A special grade up recommendation gave me, as the name suggests, the rank of special grade sorcerer. Well deserved if you ask me. As equals, I decided to attack Gojo, but he threw me away to play with his anagram Jogo. I decided to clean the ocean floor with the rest of the sorcerer that spawned down there until the fight with Gojo continued. Kinjaku, the little cockroach, sneaked in to interfere, maybe smelled his chance to get Gojo's body. Gojo tried to nuke the whole place with his holo purple, but I got out of the way in time. And even a second time, I saved myself. I wasn't sure if a direct hit by Holo Purple would be fatal, but I made sure to not find out. I mean, we all know how it turned out for Toji. In the meantime, I unlocked my domain expansion, whatever that means in case of Toji. And then, Gojo had enough and brought order with the final Holo Purple. After I recovered my remains from the ocean floor, I discovered a very cool ability. I literally became a motorboat. I'm Jesus now. A bit later, I stumbled across a big cathedral building. Somebody must have taken the Jesus thing a bit too serious, considering the size of the building. But no thanks, I built my own houses. In another lottery, I won the 6 eyes. Pretty useless combined with Toji, but at least I was able to see how much health my enemies had. I motorboated my way into the nightfall. Man, it felt like being in a cartoon. Gear 5 Luffy would be proud. I decided it was time to get revenge on Gojo. But he wasn't so amused and tried to bury me with his blue tag. But I won't let him get away with this. I jumped out of the cave and prepared myself for a counterattack. But he just sniped me with a whack. Anyway, I needed to get better equipment. With my current stuff, I wasn't getting far. In the meantime, I tried to raise my mood fighting Jogo and Yuta. Both were mere insects now. And Yuta the cheater, of course, had to show off his stolen abilities. After this little training session, I found this vehicle, but my missing driver's license quickly became a problem, because I parked the car in the ocean. I decided to travel a bit, to find more gold, and feed my gambling addiction. I came across a JJK town, where I finally was lucky enough to get an inverted Spear of Heaven with open slots. So I lost no time and put the gems I already found on the spear. With my new playing tool, I tried to get another rematch against Gojo. And Kashimo too couldn't hold back and wanted to fight. Gojo tried again to one-shot me with his domain, but that's the lucky thing about being Toji. The domain's sure hit effect doesn't work on physically gifted persons, so I could run around like normal without getting my brain fried. The poor Naoya got in our way and just got slapped out of his shoes. Gojo thought he tries the same thing again and started his domain. He might have gotten scared, because he just threw me away with another blue, and I tried to stick on his shoe like gum. But his best friend came to his rescue, and made his escape possible. On sunrise, I ran right into the domain expansion, and it got right again, because the domain clash started. I survived the clash, packed my stuff and left the scene. The silence did not last very long, because I ran into Sukuna. My female clone and I teamed up to defeat him. Maki distracted him while I was finishing round here, to stop him healing all the time. He brought his whole arsenal of Shikigami, and then he finally summoned Agito and Maharaga. They glued me to the wall with their attacks, but that didn't help Agito. And it fell. The next one was Maharaga. And then Sukuna used his Fuga on me, and that did cost me half of my life. The fight continued until he transformed into his Heron Era form. And then he did the most annoying thing. He activated his domain expansion. Why he had to show hit effect? I don't know. But even with my inverted Spear of Heaven, with so much lifesteal, I couldn't heal enough to counter the domain's effect. I found Gojo for a final clash. And yet again, we dug deeper and deeper into the ground. But in the end, he played unfair again and forced the canon end of Toji. If you liked the video, I would be happy if you comment, like and subscribe. I see you in the next one. Bye!